Wang Bing was born in 1967 in Xi'an in China, and he's a documentary filmmaker with a difference. His voice is extraordinarily objective in the sense that he will stand back. You will not sense his presence in the film at all. It's as if he lets the camera roll and he really trusts his subjects to divulge what they need to divulge to the camera and therefore tell us an extraordinarily in-depth story of their lives. Man in Black is in many ways a very unique film in Wang Bing's practice, partly because it doesn't feel like a documentary. It features a real person and it features them talking about their life, but it happens in a performative space, a theatre in Paris. It depicts Wang Qilin, who is one of the leading composers of the 20th century and 21st century in China. And in it, he is stripped naked, quite literally. Wang Qilin talks about the decline of communism from what he calls a passionate ideal to merciless betrayal. And he does so by describing his own personal treatment. Effectively, it takes place across 3 acts. The first is him performing on stage, reenacting the torture he received at the hands of the Chinese authorities. The second is him talking about his life, describing in incredible detail the experience of being tortured, of being isolated, being cut off from society. There are sequences when he is telling his story, when he is drowned out by the music. And this is a fantastic device, I think, for telling us how a person, an artist, can translate their thoughts into their art, in this case, of course, music. Perhaps the most shocking moment in the film is when Wang Qilin talks about being tortured with a red-hot iron. He describes how he wanted to convey this in his music in the Third Symphony. The meaning of the title, Man in Black, is of course multi-layered. On the one hand, Wang Bing has said that at the top of the theatre, as you look down onto the stage, it's like looking deep into a tomb, like looking into hell, and he wanted to convey that power. Also, Man in Black conveys, of course, depression, and one senses the deep trauma that Wang Qilin has experienced in his life. It's also a reference to a Chinese poem which Wang Qilin sings in the final act of the film. Wang Bing occupies a rare position between cinema and art, and I think this makes him a tremendously important artist. He can show his work as comfortably in Cannes as he can at Documenta, and I think his work transcends borders within its field. In the field of art, you can see his work on vast screens in installation settings, walk in and out at will. In the cinema, the slowness of looking and watching his films marks it out from the kind of soundbite culture, the spectacular culture of other cinema, and makes him a really distinctive voice.